Okay, well, hello everyone. So today I'm going to show you how to set up a Vue.js project using Vue CLI version 3 and do these steps. Okay, and how to implement this kind of design. Okay, in your navbar. This is actually a client project. Okay, I am just following and showing you. So first, let me go to my folder. So I'm opening my terminal. So right now, as you can see, there is only one folder. Let me use the Vue CLI to create a new project. Vue create let's say test app 3. Okay, it will take some time. Then manually select. It is asking for to manually select the features. Okay, so enter. Then because he told me to use view router, then SCSS, okay, and bootstrap. I will work on that later. So SCSS, view router, and probably Vuex will be needed later. That's why I am implementing that. So view router and Vuex. I'm using spacebar, okay, to select all these things. It is asking me to using that. Okay, so view router, Vuex, and because I want to use SCSS, so I have to use CSS preprocessor. So I am selecting all these things and press enter. And now it is asking me to whether I want to use the history mode. That means it will make the router link nice. Okay, so I want to use this, so press Y, yes. So which SCSS version you want to use, Node or Dart SCSS? So I want to use the Dart version. Press enter. Yes, lint, let it be to the default one. Lint on save. Set the configuration to a dedicated file. Okay. I don't want to use this preset for future project, so press say no, and so now it will install the project. Okay, it will create the project for me. Then it is working. So the next one is to set up the project with Vue CLI. I'm using that. SCSS is done, then view router is done. So now I have to use the bootstrap. Okay, so because if you want to use bootstrap, you need popper.js. Bootstrap requires jquery, and jquery requires popper.js. So I have to set up this like that. So let me finish this. I will come back after it finish. Okay, as you can see, it is installed. Okay, now it is asking, as you can see, it is showing successfully created. Okay, the project is created, and now I have to do all these things. By the way, if you want to know how to use Vue CLI install in your project globally, so just write Vue CLI. Okay, so as you can see, it is the Vue. Go to the Vue CLI website. So this is Vue CLI. Just get started. Click on get started. It will load. Okay, first one is installation. Okay, just go to the installation. It is taking some time to load, as you can see. So is the installation. In the installation, just run this command in your terminal. Okay, in your command prompt if you are using Windows. npm install -g. Okay, or if you are using Mac or Yearn, so do this. Okay, if you're using npm, Oh, if you don't know what is npm is node package manager. Okay, so if you want to, first you have to install the node.js. After installing the node.js, what is node.js? You have to install it like this. Go to node.js. Okay, download this, then install this. That's it. After do this line. Okay, it will install the view CLI. So back in the terminal, as you can see, so I have to go to my terminal, my project, so test app 3. Okay, so now I'm in my project. So let me open this in my code editor, text editor, which is I'm using Visual Studio Code. Okay, it will open up this project for me. So as you can see, it is my project right now. In the package.json, if I click on the package.json, as you can see, these are the scripts to run the project, and these are the dependencies where I have installed view router and view x. Okay, and because I want to use SAS as CSS, so node as CSS and SAS loader is already there. Okay, node SAS and SAS loader. So this is your source folder project. So let me go through our documentation. So set up the project with view CLI, add bootstrap. So right now I want to use bootstrap. So right now I'm in my project. So npm install bootstrap. It will install the latest bootstrap automatically. Bootstrap. Then need the popper.js. Then also jquery. And because he told me to use axios in the later part, if I go to, as you can see in the later part, he says that axios, okay, to get the local JSON file. So I have to install axios also. Okay, it will automatically install all these things: bootstrap, jquery, popper.js. So start installing. Oh, there is an error. Maybe what is no valid version boot. Oh, I make a mistake in boot without boot strap. I make a mistake in spelling mistake actually. So now it is starting to install all the dependencies. So as you can see, it is installed jQuery, Axios, Popper, Bootstrap. Okay, it is also showing you the versions. So now if I go to my code editor, and as you can see here, it is Bootstrap, jQuery, Popper.js is installed. So I have to include all these things in my, to use the Bootstrap you have to, okay, let me first run the project to see what is the current condition. So you have to run npm run serve. This command will create a server for me. So server is created. Now if I click on this link is open, and as you can see, the router is working. Okay, this is your project. So the next step is go to the editor. To include Bootstrap, you have to use these things. First you have to import jQuery. Okay, So you have to import jQuery as like this. Import jQuery from jQuery. Okay. Import popper.js. Then you have to import the bootstrap. I think it will work. Let me see what happened. And also to use the bootstrap jQuery, okay, in your view file, if you want to use jQuery $sign in your view file, you have to use something like this. Window dot dollar is equal to jQuery window dot jQuery is equal to jQuery. Okay, it will make this $sign and jQuery sign available throughout your whole application. So now if I say this and go to my project, if I refresh this, and there is no error, as you can see. So I think it is working. Let me see, is it working or not. So I have to just try to use let me create some pages. Okay, so home page and about page is working, so there is no error, as you can see. And now if I try to implement bootstrap 4, go to the latest version. In the documentation, click on component. I need the nav bar. So as you can see, the nav bar is here. Let me copy this, then go to the code. So everything is in so as you can see, this is showing here right now like this. I want to use the nav bar right now, so let me create a new component, new file, nav bar dot view. Okay, so in the template, this will be like this, and script name will be let's say nav bar. So I want to include this nav bar here, and I don't want to use this axios files designs. So I have to, what I have to say, I have to say, first I have to use the script tag, then first I have to import the nav bar from components / navbar, then use the components here, components with navbar. So we implement this navbar here. Okay, so now if I save this, let me see, if I go to my project and click on this, as you can see, the CSS is not working. Okay, so to make it work, what you have to do, let's create you have to import the bootstrap's SCSS file. So in the assets folder I create a data not data, SCSS file folder. Here I will say style.scss. okay, here I will import bootstrap I have to do this like that. So node module bootstrap, not this one, bootstrap slash bootstrap slash scss slash bootstrap dot scss. Then in the main.js you have to import this, and I think I have to use the bootstrap.dist.js slash bootstrap.bundle, and here I have to import the CSS file. So let me import the CSS first. Import where is that? It is on the assets folder, SCSS style.scss. Then if I say this and go to my project, as you can see it is working. Okay, all the design is working, drop down is working, so jQuery is working, and there is no error in the console, as you can see. So what is now next thing is, let me go to the documentation. Bootstrap is working, so creating a header component to show okay. So you want to use this, right? Navbar should be like this. So if you want to use the navbar like this, then you have to go to bootstrap navbar. Look, there is some design already given here. So this is the black one, right? So if you want to use this class. Navbar instead of navbar light, use this. So if I save and go there, so as you can see it is on dark design. Okay, so first I have to create some links, right? Home and about is already given, so instead of this I have to like this, router link to slash, and as a class you have to use this. Okay, so this will be your home, and I don't need this one. Okay, this will be home, this will be home about, and you have also told me to create a new products link, right? So home about, so this will be home about products. So file will be products. Okay, so I have to create a new view file actually. So let me see, just copy this one, rename this will be products. So this will be the products page, right? This will be products page, then home, about, products, and I think I have to see the scripts name, products, saying to the about, okay. So it will load that things. So to load that things to work, you have to go to the router.js. This is the main router, as you can see. Home is included, about is included. So when you click on about, the about page will load. So I have to create a new link, products, name will be product, right? And don't need this line. So import the product. So if I say that, so as you can see, it is showing home, about, products. So if I click on about, this is an about page. If I click on products, this is a product page. And if I click on home, this is home page. Okay, so then the design according the CSS, right? So as you can see, if I all these things, right? So I have already implemented this thing, so I will just copy and paste this to make it working. Do some of the things first. Now I want to work on the navbar. Okay, products will be a drop down link. So let me just copy and paste to make it because I have already done the thing. That thing will be in source component navbar. Okay, just select all and copy. Now if I go to the navbar, just select all and paste. So as you can see, all the design is coming here. So let me go through all these things, what I have done. What are the links here? As you can see, this is the to make it dark, I have used this. Then this is the router link to home, this is the router link to about, and this is for the contact. Okay, I have not made a contact page right now, so I don't need this right now. So as you can see, this is a drop down, navbar item drop down. Okay, navbar item drop down, this will become a drop down under this list. Okay, under this list, as you can see, this list shows all the things Okay, under this list this will be a drop down, and under drop down this menu, this drop down will be open. When you click on the products, this drop down menu will open. How is going to open? As you can see, there is a data toggle system. Data toggle, drop down toggle, sorry, drop down toggle class. This is a drop down toggle. There was a data toggle system. Because I am using Vue.js to implement all these things, I could use data toggle. Then in that case I have to use the jQuery. So because I want to use the Vue.js, so I had to remove the data toggle. So where was the data toggle? Let me show you. If I go to here and show you the current, we have to taken the previous section. So this one, right? As you can see, it is using the data toggle collapse, data target this. So I have just removed this data toggle to make it work for Vue.js. Okay. Then the ID is never drop down. Okay. So as you can see, it is pointing to this. So this drop down will open, and this is drop down items. Okay. So as you can see, the neighbor, there is in the data property, data method, there is two properties, show drop down 1 and show drop down 2, which is currently false. I will use this as a boolean to make it toggle between showing the drop down 1 or drop down 2. So show drop down 1. So this is a list. Okay, if I click on show drop down 1, so this is a link. Okay, neighbor link with the drop down toggle class. This is the products link. So let me just save this and show you. And right now, as you can see, this is looks like this. And if I click on this, okay, it opens up. How it is opening up? As you can see, if I go to this is the link. Okay, this is the products drop down link. If I click on products, then this div will open. And how I am controlling this div? By using this property. Okay, show drop down 1. First it is false, right? So I'm saying that there is to work on this neighbor drop down, there you need to add one class, show. Okay, this is the class is important for, this is a bootstrap class which automatically add with the drop down this class. Okay, neighbor item drop down and neighbor menu drop down, neighbor menu. This item will this class will add with this, and this class will add with this class here based on this condition, show drop down 1. Okay, if show drop down 1 is true, then this class will be added, show class will be added here and also here. So that's why, and I'm saying that this is a products link. When I click on this, link, it will toggle between this property, show drop down 1. Okay, and if this is true, based on the condition of the show drop down, this show class is adding here and here. Okay, so that's why it is working like this. And same thing is for this sub drop down section. As you can see under this div, okay, this is a drop down menu. Actually this is a drop down menu. Under this drop down I have created another div. This is another drop down actually. So if I click on this, as you can see, it is this section. This is the sub product. Okay, this is the sub product, which is, as you can see, if I click on this, this is showing sub product 1, sub product 2. Okay, so this is product 3. This product 3 is here. Okay, so if I click on product 3, show drop down 2 will toggle. Here I am saying if I click on this, then show drop down toggle 2 will be toggled. This is a boolean, and based on the value of the show drop down 2, the class is changing here. Okay, on the drop down and also on the drop down menu. And I am using drop down menu left to actually show the drop down on the left side actually. This is a bootstrap class. Okay, by the name you can understand why it is showing on the drop down menu. There is so many options. As you can see, you can search here how the drop down is. Oh, this is navbar, right? So if I go to the drop down, okay, so this is drop down button and this is drop down link. There is so many options. From here I just put the system. You can use different kinds of things. As you can see, it is pop up on the up. Okay, this is drop down, this is active, disabled, alignment. See, this is right aligned menu. This will go to the right actually. This is aligned to the right. Okay, so I have used left, right? So if I click on this, as you can see, this menu is on the, this is aligned with the left side actually. On the large screen, because it is showing this on the large screen, it will on the right side, and on the small screen it will be on the left side. Okay, but I have used this and I have to customize some classes here. So what classes I have used, to let me show you. So I think you have understand how the drop down is working and what are the classes I have used. Let me show you. So as you can see in the style tag, which is scoped, so which make it only specific for this component actually. So because I have used the router link, I get the router link active class. Okay, that means router link active class. So that means if I click on the about page, as you can see, the about is active. Okay, if I click on home page, the home page is active, and the drop down is working like that. And there is some classes, and okay, so there is some specific class to change the design. I have used as you can see on the drop down item. So as you can see, these are the drop down items. Okay, so if I inspect the element, so as you can see, this class drop down item, so I have used the drop down item class here. Okay, drop down item class to change from the default system to this, to make it similar to our documentation which is given here. Okay, so I'm from here I can see that when I hover over or focus, then the color will be this, and on the normal condition the color will be like this. So as you can see on the drop down item, when you hover over, then the color will be like this, and when you focus, then the color will be same. Okay, but normally it will be the color like this. This is a deep color and this is light color. That's why it is showing like this. Okay, when I hover and also focus, then the color is changed. Okay, so this CSS is done here. Okay, this section, and this is a system to actually, this one is the triangle. Okay, this one is the triangle section. So if I, as you can see, this has a small triangle, right, arrow sign. This has a small arrow sign, and the arrow sign CSS is actually here. First I am selecting this the list under the div with the class of drop down menu under the list. First I select that, and I'm saying that I'm using a pseudo class after to append this CSS styles. Okay, this is actually a div. Okay, this is actually div with this CSS class which makes this CSS style, which makes this arrow sign. Okay, what else? And again, the drop down menu left, I have customized the drop down menu left to position this to a specific point. As you can see, that's why it is showing right side, on the right side like this. Okay, if I inspect the element, as you can see on the drop down menu left, okay, if I click on this, I get the drop down menu left class. As you can see, drop down menu left class, it is 99% on the left side, and if I reduce the size, as you can see, it goes to the left. Increase the size, it goes to the right. Okay, by this way you can customize this. And so by this way you can change the classes. And there is also a single border class, as you can see on the bottom, on the navbar, which I have used here. This is the navbar class. Okay, on the border, bottom, background color, and some color to make it looks like this. Okay, so that's it. Create 2 pages. So I have created 2 pages with some, and also on the home page there is a slider. So let me include the slider also. So if I go to bootstrap and carousel, okay, as you can see, these are the sliders. I have used this slider. Let me use this slider again. I have copied this and go to the home page, right? Where is the home page? This is the home page, right? Right now it is showing hello world, so I don't need that. Single home page, and here I will use this, and the source, these will be the image. Let me take some image from the web. Okay, bootstrap image. This one is size is So I've used this one. Let me use this one. This one is transparent also, so you can use this or any kind of image. Don't use this transparent. I don't need this transparent section. I will use this class. Okay, this image. Just save image as image. Okay, so go to the project directory. Where was I? Document file project. This one, right? Test app 3 in the source folder, the assets folder. Let me create a new folder, img. Store the image and save the image. So now if I go to my project, as you can see, I have a new folder, img, and here image.jpeg. So just include this image. Okay, this one is in the assets, image 1. Okay, just copy this, paste this, and this one should also be not like this. It will make some error. It will be just the image name, right? Save this and go to your website. As you can see, it has been implemented. Okay, if I click on this, it is working. So first slider is working, and if I click on the about page, this is normal about page. So you have told me to, on the about page, I have to use the loading spinner. So let me include the loading spinner right now. Go there, from the website, go to bootstrap, search for spinner. Okay, here is a spinner. So let me, which one should I use? Margin, placement, flex. This will show in the center. Okay, let me use this one. So right now I am working on the about page. Okay, this is the about page. I save. Save this and go there. As you can see, the spinner is showing here. So now the next step is to include the what you have told, JSON file, right? I have to create a local JSON file. So to use a JSON file, you have to use this public folder. Okay, new file in the folder called data. Let's say about.json. Save this, create a JSON file. Let's say title. JSON file name, like it should be like this. Okay, title, about page, description. Okay, let me just use the lorem sum. Cut this, paste it here. So this is your JSON file. So how can I use in the this JSON file? First I have to use the import. I have to import the axios from axios. Okay, so now in the mounted section, use the axios dot get request to an URL. The URL will be you have to give the full URL actually. So just copy this. Okay, you have to say it is on the, to get the public folder you have to say directly actually. So it is in the data folder, right? Data about.json. Okay, this will be your URL. Then the URL, pass the URL, say, then if it is okay, then the response console. First let me console log the response to show what is, how it is looks like, how it looks like. Then if any error, okay, just console log the error. Okay, so if I save and if I go to the console, Axios Webpack module default a get is, oh, it should be get. So if I refresh, as you can see, I get the data as in the data object. Okay, so I have to say response.data, save and refresh. As you can see, you get the data. So I just have to use, so after some time you said that if I go to the documentation, you said that it should be a delay of 2 seconds. Okay, so let me create a property, data show spinner false. Okay, first it will be normally it will be false, and no, let me make it true. So first it will be, spinner will be first, it will show which section, this is spinner section, right? This one. So just have to say if show spinner. So if spinner is show spinner is true, then this div will show the data. And now let me create another div. Okay, div with a class of container, div with a class of row. Here div with a class of call lg, let's call lg12. Here first h1, this container will be show when v else. Okay, when it is false, the show spinner is false. Okay, then the data will be show here. So you can use v text. So I have to get the data, so that's why I have to use another JSON data, which is currently null. Okay, so just this dot JSON data is equal to res.data. So I get the data, then I am just using JSON data dot title. Okay, then a paragraph where I am saying v text json data dot description. Okay, so it will show it right away, so I have to create a system after 2 seconds. Set timeout of 200 milliseconds, that means 2 seconds, and this dot show spinner will be false, and it will show you the data. So if I go to about page and if I refresh the about page, after 2 seconds this data is shows. So this heading is not needed right now. What heading? This one, right? Save this, go to website. So if I click on home page, okay, this is the home page, it is working. So if I click on about page, after 2 seconds the about data is showing. Okay, so that was what you have told. Home page slider, about, to page component. Okay, this is the design. Okay, so it's a long video, I think. So thanks for watching this video, and if you need any work in the future, please let me know.